Sarah, I have a question. Why do these four little words always confuse me? Some, any, many, and much.
Because they may look simple, but we use each one in a different way.
So, if I learn the difference, my English will sound more natural?
Exactly, and today we're going to make them much easier.
Great! But please don't give me four long grammar lessons.
Don't worry, we'll learn them through comparisons and real conversations.
Perfect! That sounds much easier.
In part 1, we'll compare some and any, then many and much.
And what about the other quantity words?
We'll save a few, a little, and little for part 2.
And I guess there's a part 3 too.
Yes, in part 3, we'll focus on a lot of and put everything together.
Okay, let's start with my first problem. Some or any?
Good question. So imagine you're at my house and you want some coffee.
I would ask, do you have some coffee?
You can say that, but in a normal question, do you have any coffee, sounds more natural.
So we usually use any in questions?
Yes, especially when we're simply asking whether something exists or is available.
Then when do we use some?
We commonly use some in positive sentences, like, I have some coffee.
And if you don't have coffee, I can say, you don't have any coffee.
Exactly, and that's the basic difference between some and any.
So some is common in positive sentences, while any is common in questions and negatives?
Exactly, but don't memorize that as an absolute rule because context matters.
Wait, so there's more to it? Okay, then show me where the context changes the rule.
For example, if I offer you coffee, I can say, would you like some coffee?
Because I'm offering it, not simply asking if it exists.
Exactly, and we can also use some in polite requests, like, can I have some water?
So some and any can both appear in questions, depending on the situation.
Right, and that's why understanding the context is more useful than memorizing one fixed rule.
Okay, I think I understand some and any now.
Good, but now let's make it a little harder with many and much.
Aren't they both used when we're talking about a large quantity?
Yes, but many is used with countable nouns, while much is used with uncountable nouns.
So I can say, I have many books, because I can count the books.
Exactly, but you can't say, I have many money, because money is uncountable.
So I should say, I don't have much money.
Perfect, and much is especially common in questions and negative sentences.
Like, how much time do we have? Or I don't have much time.
Both are used with countable plural nouns, but the meaning is quite different.
So if I say, I have a few friends, what exactly does that mean?
It means you have some friends, not many, but enough to feel positive about it.
So a few usually gives us a positive idea?
Exactly, it means a small number, but the number is enough for the situation.
For example, I have a few questions means I have some questions to ask.
Right, and it sounds completely natural because you are saying that the number of questions is manageable.
What happens if I remove A and say, I have few questions?
Then the meaning changes because few suggests that there are almost no questions.
So I have few questions sounds more negative?
Yes, it can suggest that the number is smaller than expected or not enough.
Let me check this. I have a few friends means I have some friends, but I have few friends means I almost have no friends.
Exactly, and that small word a makes a big difference.
Can we see the difference in another situation?
Sure, imagine you are preparing for an exam and say, I have a few days to study.
That sounds like I have some time, so I can still prepare.
Exactly, but I have few days to study sounds like I have almost no time.
So a few focuses on what I have, while few focuses on what I do not have.
That is a very useful way to understand the difference.
Now I'm wondering if the same idea happens with little and a little.
Yes, but this time we use them with uncountable nouns.
So a little means a small amount, but enough for the situation?
Exactly, and little means a very small amount, often less than we need.
For example, I have a little money means I have some money.
Right, while I have little money suggests that I almost have no money.
So a little money sounds more positive than little money.
Yes, because a little tells us that there is some available amount.
What about water?
You can say, there is a little water in the bottle, meaning there is some water left.
But there is little water in the bottle means there is hardly enough water.
Exactly, and the context helps us understand whether that small amount is useful or insufficient.
So the pattern is similar. A few and a little are more positive.
Yes, while few and little usually communicate a negative or insufficient idea.
But I still want to be completely sure about countable and uncountable nouns.
Remember, a few and few go with things you can count, like books, people, days, and questions.
And a little and little go with things we normally cannot count individually, like time, money, water, and information.
Exactly, so we say a few books, but a little time.
We can say a few minutes because minutes are countable.
Correct, but we say a little time because time is uncountable.
Let me compare them. I have a few minutes means I have some minutes available.
And I have little time means I do not have enough time.
What about I have a little time?
That means you have some time available, even though it is not a lot.
So if my friend asks me to help, I can say, I have a little time, so I can help you.
Exactly, but if you say, I have little time, your friend will understand that you probably cannot stay for long.
I think the biggest mistake is thinking that a few and few mean exactly the same thing.
Yes, and the same mistake happens with a little and little, but the article a changes the feeling of the sentence.
So I should remember a few and a little as small amounts that are still useful, while few and little suggest that there is hardly enough.
Perfect, and now that we understand these four, Part 3 will bring them together with a lot of and show you how to choose the right expression in real conversations.
Sarah, I think I finally understand a few, a little, and little.
Great, because now we're going to add one more very useful expression, a lot of.
I hear a lot of everywhere, but I'm not always sure when I should use it.
The good news is that a lot of is much easier than many and much.
Really? Why?
Because we can use a lot of with both countable and uncountable nouns.
So I can say, I have a lot of books.
Exactly, because books are countable plural nouns.
And I can also say, I have a lot of money.
Yes, because money is uncountable, but a lot of works perfectly with it.
That sounds much easier than remembering many and much.
It is, especially in positive everyday sentences.
So instead of saying, I have much money, I can say, I have a lot of money.
Exactly, and I have a lot of money sounds much more natural in everyday English.
What about books?
You can say, I have many books, but you can also say, I have a lot of books.
So both are correct?
Yes, but a lot of is often more natural and conversational in positive sentences.
What about questions?
In questions, we commonly use many and much, depending on the noun.
So I can ask, how many books do you have?
Exactly, because books are countable.
And I can ask, how much money do you have?
Perfect, because money is uncountable.
But could I ask, do you have a lot of books?
Absolutely, and you can also ask, do you have a lot of money?
So a lot of can appear in questions too.
Yes, and it can also appear in negative sentences.
Like, I don't have a lot of time.
Exactly, and that sounds very natural.
Now I want to compare everything we learned.
Good idea, because comparison is the best way to remember these expressions.
With countable nouns, I can use many, a few, and a lot of.
Correct, as long as the noun is plural, like books, people, questions, or days.
And with uncountable nouns, I can use much, a little, and a lot of.
Exactly, with nouns like money, time, water, information, and food.
So a few books means some books, while few books means almost no books.
Right, and a little water means some water, while little water means almost no water.
And a lot of books means many books.
Yes, while a lot of water means a large amount of water.
I think the word a is really important in this lesson.
It is, because a few and a little usually give us a more positive meaning.
While few and little usually suggest that something is not enough.
Exactly, and a lot of simply tells us that the quantity is large.
So if I say, I have a few friends, that's positive.
Yes, you have some friends, even though the number is small.
But if I say, I have few friends, it sounds like I don't have enough friends.
Exactly, and that difference is very important in real conversations.
And if I say, I have a little time, I have some time available.
Right, but I have little time means I have almost no time.
This is much clearer now because I'm thinking about meaning, not just rules.
That's exactly the goal, because understanding the meaning helps you choose the right expression naturally.
And a lot of is the easy choice when I want to talk about a large quantity in everyday English.
Yes, especially when you are making positive statements.
If this lesson helped you understand these confusing quantity words, make sure you subscribe to Speak English with me.
And don't forget to practice by making your own sentences with a few, a little, and a lot of.
Thanks for learning with us, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
Everyone, and keep practicing your English.
Bye.